I'm going to tell you, I
Last time what?
Last time
the last, no, I didn't do it in your face.
Watch your
last time that I waving Canadian
This
flag.
is the most mad I've ever seen a police officer, and it's over a Canadian flag.
I'm gonna wave Canadian flag.
Last warning.
I'm gonna wave Canadian flag.
No problem. Next time you see a face, it's gone.
Feel free to arrest me for waving Canadian flag. Okay. Yeah.
Officer.
Arrest the refugee from Iran.
If the rule of law does not apply to everybody, then there truly is no rule of law at all. And I don't think we've seen a greater example of this in modern Canadian history than the treatment of the Freedom Convoy versus the anti-Israel pro-Hamas hate marches happening across the country. In fact, happening as we speak. Peaceful Freedom Convoy protesters never hurt anybody. In fact, they were the ones who were hurt by heavy-handed government overreaction to their effectiveness as opposition to the Liberal Party. Now, on the flip side, these anti-Israel pro-terror protests have resulted in fire bombings, arsons, assaults, and even hospitalizations. Just take a look at this clip from December 23rd in Toronto.
They're attacking Salman Sima, grabbing the Iranian flag.
Give the flag!
And police continue to do nothing or next to nothing, all but giving these hate marches police escorts around town. In fact, as I'm filming this, we've got another hate march on our hands. It's Thursday afternoon, and that hate march is replete with Toronto police acting as chauffeurs and escorts. Now, joining me now is someone whom I would describe as one of Canada's foremost human rights activists. He's an Iranian refugee named Salman Sima. He was the man attacked and hospitalized in that December 23rd video I just showed you. Salman, thanks for joining me on the show. I want to ask you about the events of December 23rd, but I want to go back a little so that people can really know who you are and what takes you to the streets to oppose these hate marches. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you come to Canada? Why did you end up here?
So the IRGC thugs and the Islamic regime jailed me several times in Iran for defending human rights and women's rights. So I came in 2011 as a Muslim refugee to Canada to escape the prison time in Iran under the Sharia law, under the Islamic Republic in Iran. So it's really sad for me that I escaped something and I refuged to Canada, and I am seeing the same thing again in Canada. So I feel the pattern. I see the pattern, and who is the godfather of Hamas terrorists? IRGC, Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. Who is the father of the terrorism in the region? Islamic Republic in Iran. And I saw their sympathizer marching in Toronto, and I'm really sad to say that I don't see that it's going to end in a good way.
Now, a lot of people might just go to social media to express their disgust with what they're seeing on the streets of Canada, but you went out there. You went with a Merry Christmas sign, you had your flag stolen, and you were assaulted. Tell me how that happened.
So Islamic Republic in Iran is against the traditional of the Persian culture. Exactly like these jihadists, these sympathizers. They are against tradition of Canadian culture, which is a peaceful culture. We should tolerate each other. And it's really sad when you say Merry Christmas, they cannot tolerate you. When you wave Canadian flag, Toronto police cannot tolerate that. But if you wave a jihadist flag, if you wave a Hamas flag, if you wave a Hezbollah flag, they have no problem with that. And we know that Hamas is designated as a terrorist organization under Criminal Code of Canada. And unfortunately, Toronto police, I can say that if they are not just incompetence, they are also coward as well. And yeah, we receive a lots of support from the ordinary Canadian, from hardworking Canadian. Everyone was happy. It was a New Year. It was a Christmas Eve. So everyone wants to celebrate those days with their family, with their loved one. But the angry one was those jihadists in the Hamas pro-Hamas march.
So how did it happen? Because I want to talk to you about how you were treated by police, but like people will on the internet, these protest truthers, they will say that just by your mere peaceful presence there that you were somehow inciting the violence against you. But that's not what the video shows. The video shows that you're just there supporting Canadian values, and it precipitated a violent reaction against you.
So this is the unfortunately lefty-minded brain works. So I was there. I had the right to walk on the sidewalk. I very peacefully, very respectfully waving Canadian flag, and we have 4 signs: stand against fascism, communism, terrorism, respect Canadian value, Merry Christmas, and Hamas is a terrorist organization. And these were our signs, and we were so peaceful. There is no even one act of violence from our crowd. So they were jihadists. We show our face. We are proud to stand for Canadian value. I am proud to waving Canadian flag. My shoulder is dislocated. Still, I wrap my shoulder. So I am not ashamed for what I'm doing. They came, they assaulted us, they harassed us, they even called us dirty Persian, or they said some racist words. We keep cool. We stood peaceful. Several times I asked police officer that let us just go on the sidewalk. Let us just do the peaceful protest, and all of them is in the their body cam in the footage that I published on my social media. So we were so peaceful, and even in some area they assaulted us. Still, we keep our cool, and we just exercising our free speech. We exercising our right to freedom of assembly. If they have the right to chant genocidal chant against Jewish people, I think that we have the right to peacefully walk on the sidewalk and waving Canadian flag.
Now, you were sent to the hospital. Tell us about your injuries.
So after they grab all of our signs and they grab Canadian flag, and we don't have just we didn't have just one Canadian flag. We have 3-4 Canadian flag. They grab all of them. Even they grab our Israeli flag as well. So the last thing that we had, it was a lion and sun flag. You can see that my tie is lion and sun flag as well. Lion and sun is a symbol of freedom in Iran, and they grab our lion and sun flag, and it was the last flag that we have, and I went to save our flag. They grab our last flag, which was a lion and sun flag, and lion and sun is a symbol of freedom in Iran. You can see that even is my tie. So I protected our flag, so which was the symbol of resistance at that moment. So one of my good friends, Bahman Sadeghinu, who we were in a prison as a political prisoner in Iran together. I called his name and I said that bam, and save the flag, save the flag. Then my shoulder became dislocated. And when we said to the police officers that, oh, they attacked us, they assaulted us, they used the word uh, uh, criminal, public criminals or something like that, collective criminals, something like that, which means that it's not just a crime by one individual. And over 20 people, they came, they elbow us, they punch in my shoulder, the other friend's shoulder, and Scarlett, they broke one of her finger as well, another freedom fighter friends. So in the tension, they dislocated my shoulder, but I am proud to save our last flag, and we hold our ground, and we show their true face.
Hey, I got to tell you, I'm going on a cruise with a whole bunch of rebels. We're sailing out of Fort Lauderdale on March 23rd. 2024. That's not so far away, less than 6 months away. A gorgeous trip around the Caribbean. Holland America Line, boy, is that luxurious. And we're going to bring some of our favorite rebel talent. Sheila Gunn Reid, David Menzies, and RebelNewsCruise.com.